Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome.
D-Malo,
Bro Flying.
T-Boogie, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Yes, sir. You know what it is, man. Your favorite late night sports show. Gas presents sports for the culture. Super late start tonight, man. So if you out there watching this live, man, we appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, that follow button, whatever platform you may be on. And shout out to all the podcast listeners, Spotify, Apple users, wherever you listen to your podcast. Shout out to y'all too. I'm tonight's host, Young Rome 22, as always, man. We got a big show for y'all tonight to end the year off. I'm gonna let the fellas introduce themselves. I'm gonna start with my guy, man, on the bottom.
Hey, man, I've been gone, man. It's T Boogie. Wash your hands, wash your ass. I've been gone for a while, man. Been doing the coaching thing. Then I had a birthday out of the country, but I'm back, man. I missed y'all boys, man. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all been getting a lot of bad takes off. I'm here to save you guys for the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Set the show right. Get the viewers what they've been missing. I'm back, man. You hear the energy? You hear the energy? I might even take my hat off for the 2026. You know, good out here. Hey, let's go, man. Let's get this show started.
Hey man, they gonna get you with that bald nigga shit, that clip that be going around, bald nigga. Nah, shout out to Coach Boogie though, man. Happy birthday to you. It's good to have you back on the show. Love the energy. And y'all gotta let my guy introduce himself. Top left.
Yeah, I need somebody to clip that last 30 seconds of T Boogie and just put a full head of dreads on him, bro. Like somebody clip that joke, go crazy with the AI. Give my man a fro. Give him the dread, give him something, man. But at Bryce XXVII, aka Mr. Big Leaguer, man. Excited for the last show of the year for sure. I'm super excited to get into some of these year-end awards too, man. And I heard Rome got some tricks up his sleeve, man. Maybe some of our best and worst takes of the year. So excited to see what you got.
Man. Definitely keep a lookout to the social media. We're gonna get into some of that tonight too. Yeah, I'm posting some of the best and the worst takes of the year. I've already thrown up some of the posts from G's baseball takes, man, which were, you know how those go. And yeah, man, we definitely gonna get into it as the show goes along, man. But first, let's start with a little New Year's theme, kind of our best and the worst of the 2025. We got some things we're gonna rank and whatnot. Well, first, what I want to start with is what's something that came in 2025 that you may have started or you've seen in sports that you like? That you think they should keep and take with you into 2026? And what's something that may have been a trend or you've seen in 2025 that you think should stay in 2025 and don't bring it into 2026? And this could be anything. You can go from sports, culture, personal. So T, I'm gonna start with you on this one, man, because you've been gone for a minute.
All right. So one thing that came in 2025 that I think should carry on in 2026 is the end of Patrick Mahomes. All right. There's just something about this year's playoffs that has a little bit more excitement to me. And I thought about it and I realized what it is we don't know who's going to win. We're not worried about who has to play the Chiefs, whether in the AFC side or the Super Bowl. So I think it's good for the sport that Patrick Mahomes falls off. Might be a wild take, but he was never going to catch Brady anyway. But I think this keeps the NFL fresh. I think this, teams that have never felt like this before, fan bases that have never felt like this before, now have a hope, have a prayer. We never seen Bears fans acting like this before. Never seen it. But the fact that if you get there, you don't got to play Mahomes. So, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. And what was the second question? My bad.
All right, so that's what you want to leave in 2025. What's something you would like to take with you from 2025 into 26?
No, that was both. You know what I'm saying? I want Mahomes in 2025, and then I want to take him staying at home into 2026. So I'm glad you asked that question. There's one answer for that two-parter. Like I said, I want 2026 to be open. I want it to be an NFL where there's parity, where there isn't this one team that's beating everybody. And I think this last week of the season, man, we seeing some of that. So yeah, that's honestly what I want to see going into 2026, man.
So it's interesting. That's an interesting take, man, because all season you've been saying don't count the Chiefs out. I don't bet against Mahomes, and now it looks like you finally seeing that nail in the coffin.
Yeah. I'm not a guy that's emotionally invested in anything either way. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't. What I saw was Mahomes was beating teams, but now that he's not beating teams, it feels different. The air feels different. The games feel different. Sunday feels different. Where we don't know if the Chiefs are going to win, and now we don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs. So, that's where I feel right about now. So
Yeah, you weren't on the last couple of weeks, so we talked about it a little bit. So I got to ask you. It sounds like you're calling it. Is the Chief dynasty officially dead? Can we call it that we're leaving them in 2025?
Oh, the dynasty's dead. I mean, Mahomes may get another one, but the dynasty's over. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna break. Man. The rock is over.
So you blowing up the whole thing?
It's over. Kelsey's done. It's over. Listen, man, they were hanging on by a Kareem Hunt. It's over.
Okay. All right, man. I got to toss a question to you now, Bryce. Man, what's something from 2025 that you want to just leave in 2025?
Damn, that's a good question, man. A couple things come to mind, bro. One of the first things that come to mind are these random streamers boxing matches, bro. I feel like Jake Paul kind of started this whole thing, and the Paul brothers started this whole thing of these random kind of celebrities having boxing matches and they be taken seriously. But, bro, I'm tired of going up and down my Twitter feed and seeing two scrawny jabronis I never heard of boxing, looking crazy, throwing their hands, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. And somehow it feels like it's getting legitimized each time one of these things happens, bro. Please leave this shit in 2025, dog. Let's keep boxing a legitimate sport. I know I've been on the record saying I'm gonna watch the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight, which I did. But I want to leave all the bullshit boxing and fighting in 2025, man. I want to move forward with legitimate combat sports, bro. Let's leave that shit behind. And I gotta touch on T's Patrick Mahomes point, bro. I mentioned this on the show a few weeks ago, or a week or so ago. Brady and Mahomes both hurt, torn ACL, same stage of their career, same exact age, bro. Both had the same amount of championships at the time. If you think the Chiefs if Mahomes just gonna roll over and not remain that guy when he gets back, this is gonna put a crazy hunger in Mahomes, bro. This is my belief. And if Mahomes is the guy that Rome once upon a time convinced me he was, because Rome was on the goat bandwagon for me.
He is. He still is.
I ain't letting you forget about that. Rome was saying he might already be the GOAT. And if he is that guy, bro, he got more than one chip in him. All right, so I'm not ready to write off Mahomes just yet, and I do not want to leave Mahomes in 2025. Man, I feel like the league is better with Mahomes than it would be without him being dominant in it. Now, winning every championship, I don't want to see that, and I do appreciate the parity in the league, but I think you can have parity in the league and still have a dominant force or two, which I think Mahomes will continue to be once he bounces back.
Nah, I agree with you completely, man. Saying the dynasty is dead is crazy. Mahomes, I think the boy Scruff was on the same wave last week. I think Mahomes is definitely gonna come back better than ever. He's definitely the GOAT of this generation, and that GOAT conversation is far from over. But keeping it on topic, man, what's something that you've seen in 2025 that you would take with you into 2026?
Damn. Something I've seen in 2025 I'd like to take with me to 2026. You know what, bruh? I know this is not a sports take per se. But I want to take these big stock plays, man. If you're not in the stock market getting some money right now, I advise that you get into it. Do your research, do your YouTube universities. I feel like we're in this point, we're at kind of an inflection point right now in society where, like, if you do not dip your toe in the stock market, you're gonna get left behind financially. And I've seen my personal stock plays go to the moon this year, bro. So I want to bring that with me to 2026. Hopefully, the stock market stays on the up and up. I'm not going to speak to the broader economy, but specifically the stocks, man. Keep this AI revolution going with these AI stocks, man. Let's keep this going to the moon, man.
Wow, that's some solid advice out there, man. Little advice to get that bag up. For me personally, man, something I want to see stay in 2025 is rappers giving their political takes. I'm good on the Nicki Minaj's going to conferences. I don't need J. Cole or Megan Thee Stallion at a Kamala event or anything. Like. I think we should leave like if you want to be a hip hop artist and talk politics, put it in the bars. Like that. That's the one thing rap and hip hop can always make anything sound cool and dope by rapping about it. You know what I'm saying? But the showing up and speaking at the events, you sound crazy. You sound crazy. So that we should leave that in 2025. No more of that in 2026. Something that I think that we should bring with us though into the new year is the advancement of all-star games. I feel like MLB this year we saw a little bit different all-star game. The all-star games a little bit more exciting. The NFL still experimenting with the Pro Bowl. It feels like they've been experimenting with that for years. So hopefully they can find something that sticks. But I think I like what the MLB did, and I think more leagues should adapt that. I think we need to make all-star games great again. That's what I want to see moving into 2026. But keeping it on the theme of the new year, man, let's keep it going. Let's touch on some music though. Actually, I'm gonna ask y'all some of the best of, and I'm gonna start with the hip hop like I was just talking about. What would y'all say was the best rap album of 2025? Jump ball on it.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. I mean, I know my favorite song of 2025 was "Take Me Through There." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey yo, funny thing, real quick, man. I was at work and I always play a little bit of music on the speaker. I forgot I had my phone turned up, and that was the song it was on. That joke just blaring in the office. I'm like, yo, my fault. I had to turn that shit down real quick.
Take me
that's
through
a
that.
banger though.
Take me through there. Definitely go crazy.
But best album, I don't know if it's been an album for me that I've stayed with. I like Offset's album. I like Code of the Friends album.
You ain't fuck with the Larry June 2 Chainz joint? That was like way back February.
That joint was solid.
That was a solid project. I think that's a slept on album. That might be the most underrated album of the year.
Who else dropped?
Hey man, that Wale album is it for me, bro. I feel like Wale dropped a masterpiece at the end of the year.
Yeah, I like Wale's album a lot. I feel like I have a hard time giving album of the year to albums that drop in November.
It's in the year, bro. I mean, but I feel you. I get what you're saying, but yeah, no, I gotta give it to Wale. Everything Is a Lot been probably my most played album of the year, and it just dropped in November. Like, everything else, I feel like I just be playing singles or like random underground artists. But Everything Is a Lot goes top to bottom, bro. Like no misses. I feel like Wale is one of them artists that like has just delivered quality after quality after quality. And we're in a time now where quality is lacking so crazy that like a little quality drop, and you like, damn, I've missed this.
To your point, and to both y'all's point, really, do y'all feel like albums in hip hop are kind of like fleeting? You guys feel like artists are still trying to make great albums, or do you feel like it's just like, hey, if I can get off 2-3 singles, what else do I need?
Yeah, because great albums used to get you paid, and now like entertaining people gets you paid way more than great albums do. You know what I'm saying? People aren't in it for the art no more. So that's kind of where the game's going. But like
a great album might not have a TikTok dance or TikTok sound to it. But that's kind of where we're at. I like Chance the Rapper's album. I like that one a lot too. And it's not really a TikTok joint, but yeah, that's really what it is, man. I think there's just two segments of listeners, and then there's two segments of artists right now. So, but yeah, album, I don't know. For me, probably the one I found myself going back to the most is probably the Drake and Party Next Door album. Now I think about it, that was February. So yeah, that's probably my favorite album of the year. Some Sexy Songs For You. That's the one I go back to the most.
Yeah, I put that joint slightly more in the R&B category. I wanted to pick that as well, but then I feel like they're gonna call me OVO Rome and say I'm picking Drake, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so for me personally, I'm going with the 2 Chainz, the Larry June joint. it was a smooth album, man. Like I really like it. And to y'all's point, that's not like a TikTok type of album. It's not the no major single that went super crazy. But start to finish, man, I enjoy it every time I go back and listen to it. Everything is a lot is up there for me too as well. But much like the Drake thing, I feel a little biased because I fuck with Wale heavy, big Wale fan. So and that's probably one of his better works. So if anybody's out there who hasn't had a chance to listen to that, definitely go listen to that because it's definitely some of Wale's best work. And then my last question on. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Now I had to throw this random album out there, bro, that I randomly stumbled upon traveling this year. But I don't know if y'all like some older artists, bro, but Slick Rick dropped a crazy album, bro. Bro, that joke go crazy, bro.
He dropped an album this year?
Bro, he did, 2025, bro. And I stumbled upon it. Also, like, I don't know if it was like a suggestion or something while I was flying somewhere. I don't know if it was a suggestion or what. But I had to mention it. I couldn't let it go by without mentioning that. He got a joint with Nas, bro, called Documents. You gotta run that song. Drake go crazy. Slick Rick spitting, bro.
Man, I gotta check that
out. All time, and two of the greatest storytellers on that song.
Fact. I that's funny you heard that album though, T. I didn't think nobody even heard that. I'm like, I might be the only person that listened to this all year, but I had to give my man his flowers. Drake going crazy, bro.
It's not in my rotation, but yeah.
Nah, all right. So this next question, keeping it on the year award, I think this is gonna be real interesting. I'm glad you two are on the show for this one. We have a pretty reoccurring segment on this show for anybody that's new. It's called "What Are You Watching?" Where we all chop it up about movies and TV shows. So for this one, we're gonna start with the film industry. For some of the movies, best movie you saw this year and why? Boogie, I'm gonna start with you on that.
To me, the best movie of the year is One Battle After Another, man. I don't know if everybody's seen that. It's my man Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor, and probably a breakout performance for Tiana Taylor. Another masterclass from Leo. I think directed by PTA, Maya Rudolph's husband. It just puts you in the mind state, at least puts me in the mind state of like them early 90s movies where just a lot of action, up tempo. It just never seemed to drop off. It was fun from the beginning to the end. Plus it had a storyline. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't a whole lot of missing elements. There's some shots in there, amazing shots, some beautiful shots, some unexpected plot points, and then some expected plot points, but with a twist. So to me, One Battle After Another, easily movie of the year.
No, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. And Tiana Taylor's had some really good roles as of late, and I keep hearing that this is her best one, so I definitely got to check that one out. And you always got good opinions on these things. So if you stamping it, then yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
because you can be a harsh critic too. So Bryce, man, same question for you, man. What was the best movie you've seen this year?
Bro, I feel like I'm letting this question down because I haven't seen a lot of movies this year. It was not a year of movies for me, bro. I saw a handful of movies, and it was mostly just the popular shit, bro. I did not see the Tiana Taylor Leo joint yet. It's on my list, but I ain't get to it yet. Honestly, bro, the only two joints I saw in theater this year was like the Hawk joint randomly and Sinners. So,
well, you don't got to limit it to theaters because in the year 2025, a lot of shit goes straight to streaming.
No, that's a fact, but just in general, bro, I didn't see none of the 2025 movies. I'm actually planning on seeing Avatar this weekend or next weekend. But I would say out of what I saw, I probably got to give it to Sinners, bro. But again, this is a very limited catalog for me this year when it comes to movies. I was definitely way more on the shows this year.
I'll give you a couple runner-ups, you know what I'm saying, that people might not have seen. Weapons, highly entertaining movie. Highly entertaining horror/comedy. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna love it. I can't imagine there's a crowd that's not gonna like that movie. F1, I just watched it last week. Damson, what's his name? Damson Idris, Brad Pitt. And I was kind of sleeping on it. I'm not really a racing guy, but like F1, very entertaining movie. And then just a true horror, bring her back. That one might not be for everybody, but if you're a fan of horror, you're a fan of A24, Bring Her Back is probably the most chilling movie I've seen this year.
That's a solid list, man. I'm probably gonna check some of those out for sure. Bryce, I'm with you. I haven't seen too many movies in this year, but Sinners is up there for me. I know it's probably one of the more popular ones where people are like, oh, the popularity might outweigh how good it was, but I still think that's a really top tier movie. I would say if anybody who hasn't seen it, don't let everybody's opinion necessarily go see the movie and then be your own judge, because I do think it got a little overhyped, but it's still a very, very solid watch start to finish. Um, let's keep the same question, but for TV shows, man, because I know y'all be in our TV show bag. So Bryce, I'm gonna start with you on this one. You didn't get to see too many movies, but how are you with the shows?
No, I watched hella shows this year, man. Definitely more of a year for shows for me. And I got a few that I would say were my shows of the year. It's hard to choose a number one. So I'll just go through a couple. I really liked Gen V. I don't know if y'all are into the Boys series, but I think Gen V is better than the Boys. And I don't think it's close. I think Gen V is way better. I love the cast of Gen V. I love the plot. I love the storyline, and yeah, anything with superheroes usually gets me anyway. Another joint, if I had to give a number one, I'd probably give it to this, but Severance, man. Y'all know I've been on Severance from the beginning. That joint is just a top tier show, man. Like, checks every box for me. So if I had to give a number one, it'd probably go to Severance. A couple joints that have dropped recently that I've been really into, man. Pluribus, I feel like it's a great concept. Really starts making you question like what you would do in this situation. I love shows like that kind of like almost like those first person feelings where it's like it makes you say, wait, what would I do here? Kind of humanizes the main character, especially. My light went off, my bad. What else am I missing? Oh, I just picked up Task, man. T and my boy Scrib been telling me about that one, and bro, Task is a hell of a show. I'm like 4 episodes in, and that joint keeps getting better. And usually, I'm the person that is able to predict everything that's coming next in a given show. And they throw the curveball at me, bro. So I appreciate that, man. I always appreciate that. But those are a few of the ones I'm in on. I'll probably have some other ones as we keep going here that I'll think of. But some of my top ones right there.
Nah, that's a solid list too, man. One show, I forgot what you said already. It was on my list, but I just finished this other series that's going to take my number one. It's All Her Fault. That the twist and turns that joke took definitely got me, because like you. But some shows you can kind of, if you watch enough, you can kind of predict where they're gonna go. Even if you don't know exactly how they're gonna get there, you know that they're gonna get there, right? I didn't know they were gonna get there when they got All Her Fault. That was crazy as hell, bro. Like that definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. Some good acting in that one as well. So that takes my number one for the year.
Did you like the ending? Did you like the ending of All Her Fault?
I mean,
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
No,
I don't want to spoil nothing. So the ending, I feel like it could have ended a little smoother, but it wasn't like it did what it needed to do. Yeah. I think it could have had a little bit more in there, but like it did what it needed to do.
Definitely a good show.
But I mean, that's the other thing too. When you have a show like that takes so many twists and turns, when you finally get to the final reveal, it's like, you know, what else can you even do? Like, but yeah, T Boogie, man, like you big into the shows, man. So what would you say is the best show of the year?
For me, we had an upset, man. I thought Severance was gonna run away with it, man. But for me, easily The Pit, man. The Pit, just that's a strong show, and I think it was 14, 15, 16 episodes, which is almost unheard of in this era of television. But The Pit is probably the most gripping show of the year. Every episode you're glued to the screen. If you got a heart, some of them episodes you're going to cry. I mean, it like that's the such a strong show. And I'm not a medical drama guy at all. I didn't watch Grey's Anatomy. I didn't watch the ER, anything like that, man. But The Pit, strongest show of the year for me. Runner-ups, Task, beautifully shot. That's one of my favorite things about Task, man. I just felt like most of the scenes, man, it just shot so well. The lighting, what's my guy named? Tom Pelfrey. I think that's his name. He's just, I mean, he's from the Ozarks. He's the crazy brother in the Ozarks. That guy can act, man. He can just act. Whatever he's in, I just believe it. But Task,
yeah, that's because he plays the same character in every show.
he does play a bit of, a guy that's a bit out there in every show. Yeah, and his characters always seem to have a little bit of heart. So I don't know, man. They're well-rounded characters, but yeah, he is a little bit typecast. Severance, of course. If you're not watching Severance, I don't know what you're doing, man. Netflix had one that a little short, and it felt like more of a, I don't want to say documentary, but it kind of felt like, I don't know, man. But Adolescence, I don't know who's seen Adolescence. It's only 4 episodes. It's a limited series. It's about a girl that gets stabbed by a classmate, and it speaks to the culture of the red pill Andrew Tate type stuff. And there's a scene with a child and a therapist, and that scene's probably 20 minutes or so, and it's just super intense. Probably one of the most intense scenes from TV. You know what I'm saying? Maybe The Pit had a few highs, but like this one was super intense, where you're like, oh shit, like, man. But yeah, those are my shows, man. But The Pit. But I will say there's a few. I haven't seen It's All Her Fault. I need to see that, and I haven't seen Andor. I've heard a lot of great things about Andor. Haven't seen Andor, so that's on my list. But right now, nothing beats The Pit.
A question: did y'all see Paradise? Because that was
Paradise is up there for me too. That was another one.
But Paradise just happens to be in a year where there's a lot of strong TV for me, man. Because Pluribus, like you said, Pluribus is out there. Like, there's so much strong.
Yeah, Paradise was really good, but to T's point, man, I don't know if it's in the running for best of the year.
It's entertaining though. It's a very entertaining show.
Yeah, definitely worth the watch. Another joint I liked too was Alex Cross. I don't know if y'all seen that joint. I forget my man's name is starring that joint, but that was pretty good too. But to T's point, it's been a lot of good shows this year. So like, if your show was good but not great, it's kind of flying under the radar.
Big under the radar show. I feel like I'm the only one who watches this, but everybody I know watches it. Is like, I can't stop watching it. From. If you haven't seen From, you're missing out, man. It's the makers of Lost. They figured out how to redo Lost, but better. You know what I'm saying? And it's not on an island. It's a different setting, but it's Lost, but better. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, have y'all watch? I can't believe I left this joint out. It's definitely one of my favorite shows. Invincible.
Yeah,
that's a good one too.
Right, yeah, it's a cartoon, but definitely in my top 5 this year. Every season of Invincible go crazy.
I thought Invincible's in my like animated, anime, you know what I'm saying, category. So
every time I call it anime, people be like, nah, that don't count as anime. I'm like, all right, whatever. To me, if it's animated, it's anime. What are we doing here, right?
You go get that whole community about to be like, bro, you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
I'll put in my shows then. All right, I'll just stay in my shows.
Yeah, it's not really an anime storyline or plot, but it's all animation to me, so I get it.
All right, man, keeping it pushing. Let's talk a little NFL real quick before we get out of here, man, because we got a big weekend coming up. And this is going to tie into some of them takes from the past here. So coming up first, we got the Panthers and the Buccaneers on Saturday. That's for the NFC South Division title. Now, once upon a time, myself included, but Bryce, you picked, I believe, the Atlanta Falcons to win the NFC South going into this year. Didn't really pan out for them that way. The AFC South or NFC South will be decided this Saturday, but it won't be decided by Atlanta. So the floor is yours if you want to, explain that tape real quick. What happened with that one?
Damn, did I pick Atlanta? I couldn't. I thought I picked Carolina. I guess I picked Atlanta, huh?
Yeah, there'll be a clip playing if you saying where you picked Atlanta right here.
All right. Well, what I'll say is they will finish. They got a chance to finish with the same record as the second place team in the division. All right, so they were damn close, and the division's on the line this weekend. I think if we look back at Atlanta's season, one, I know Bijan coming off of 195, bro, but Bijan was a little too sporadic of a player this year for me. All right, I'd rather you get me 105 every game than a 198 and then a 28. You know what I'm saying? And I only know this because I had Bijan in a couple fantasy leagues, and it was boom or bust. Like he might have won you your fantasy league this week, but might have got you eliminated last week. Right? So, it's tough sledding with Bijan this year. But you also got to point to the fact that they went in with a young quarterback that got injured. Now, I get it. People will hear this take and say, well, Kirk Cousins' record was better. Bruh, who you play when you playing matters. I still think they would have been better off with Michael Penix. I felt like they were starting to catch a bit of a stride. And Penix went down, bro. And they weren't able to see if he was going to ascend to that level that we've seen from, the Bo Nixes and Drake Mayes of the world right now. So I'll point to that as well. And lastly, I got to be honest here, bro. I feel like they took a little too long, and I don't want to point the finger completely at Raheem Morris, but I feel like they took a little too long to let loose those rookie pass rushers, bro. Like James Pierce and whatever my man name from Georgia is slipping me right now. They really let them loose later in the season, and it feels like earlier in the season they were kind of relying on some more of the veteran players and not really letting James Pierce loose. And ever since they let James Pierce loose, which was like around week 14, 13, they started giving him all those snaps. Man's been going crazy, bro. So that's a coaching decision I would point to there too. I definitely thought they were going to take the leap. Oh, and Drake London has been hurt a lot of the season. But I did think they were going to take that next step, which they didn't do. I would say the number one reason would be injuries, but a million teams could say that in the NFL.
Nah, strong take with the pass rusher. I do think they let them loose a little bit too late, too little, too late, so to speak. But I bring Atlanta up not just to poke fun at you for the take, but also because they still play a factor in this. So you and I weren't too far off. Atlanta will actually have some factor in deciding who is the NFC South champion. The stipulation is if the Panthers win, they're in, they're good. But if the Buccaneers win, they also need Atlanta to lose, I believe. So with that in mind, who do y'all got this weekend? The game is in Tampa. T Boogie, I'm gonna start with you because you actually did pick Tampa Bay to win the division. Way back when.
Tampa's been sliding, man. They done lost 3-4 games straight, man. They're going the wrong way. I know they've had some injuries this season, but playoff on the line, it's essentially a playoff game. I got to go better quarterback. And I still and Bryce Young's turned some heads this year, right? But I still think Baker's a better guy. I don't know. I don't want to pick Tampa because they, like I said, they haven't been playing well. But I picked them in the beginning. I'm not gonna turn my back on them now because that's not what T Boogie does. All right, I'm 10 toes in with the Bucks. All right,
yeah.
Going to Tampa.
Yeah, you saved that one because you were pretty high on Baker Mayfield in the beginning. They'd be top 3, top 4. Now they're on the slide, but yeah, you stick with your pick. Right? That's a strong pick because Carolina's been sliding as well. So Bryce, I'm interested to see who you pick on this one because I know you've been pretty fair on Bryce Young. I don't think you've been like a big hater or a big supporter necessarily either. But what is your take on Bryce Young and how big of a game is this for him in his tenure with the Panthers?
That's a great question. Yeah, you're right. I've been fair on Bryce Young because he's got a great name. All right. I mean, how could I not? I would say like this means a lot. This means a lot for Bryce Young because for a lot of reasons. I got family in North Carolina, man. Panthers haven't won on a large scale in a long time, bro. They've been waiting. They've been patiently waiting. And I think Bryce Young is at this point in his career where he's shown that he can get it done, especially like the fourth quarter comeback stat, which is impressive. But he also has this tendency. It's almost like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's like, which Bryce Young are we going to get today? Am I getting 280 and 3 tuds, Bryce Young, or am I getting 32 yards at half, Bryce Young? You know what I'm saying? And like that's my biggest issue with him. It's just like kind of like what I say with Bijan. Like I need to see consistency, bro. And I think the moment Bryce Young delivers more consistently is the moment that the Panthers, as a team, take that next step. And I do believe it'll be this weekend. I got the Panthers win the division because I think they're going to win the game. And I think it's going to be a Bryce Young moment, stepping stone into the player that I'm hoping he can become. Like I said in the group chat, man, I want to believe in Bryce Young so badly. And every time I try to take that leap of faith, he lets me down with one of those duds. But I can't unsee that fourth quarter being the number one fourth quarter comeback quarterback over the past 2 seasons. I can't unsee that. So I think if you get in a late game situation, Bryce Young gets it done. The thing I need to see more from Bryce Young, and I say this about a couple of these young quarterbacks, I wish they would just like really dive into this, is run the ball, bro. When Bryce Young is getting rushing yards, he's very hard to stop, bro. But it seems like sometimes he doesn't really want to take that risk, and I get it. But I think if you see Bryce Young with 25 plus rushing yards this weekend, Panthers march for the division.
Okay, so is that going to be your pick?
Yeah, I'm taking the Panthers to win.
Carolina. Okay, I like that. Man, me personally, I think I'm gonna lean towards Tampa Bay because they're at home. I would love to see Carolina get it done, but if Tampa can't get it done, man, they might have to blow that up. They might be looking at a lot of changes because they should have been the front runners in this division, and teams getting older. So I think this is now or never for Tampa. So I'm gonna take them for that one. But this next one, I'm super interested to get y'all's picks on this one. It's a little bit of a victory lap for me personally. I'm not a 49ers fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I did call this. I said way back in August that the 49ers would not only win the NFC West when nobody was picking them to do so, I said they'd be the number one team in the whole NFC. And now here we are a few days away from them potentially winning one game and accomplishing just that. And I got to I hate to do it with T Boogie on the show. You picked a good show to come back to. I got to get the 49ers a ton of flowers. Like, they did it with their QB out. They did it with wide receiver drama. They did it with injuries. They did it losing their best defensive player. The 49ers have been through hell and back this season, and they're on the cusp of being the number one team in the NFC. So, T, man, y'all got the Seahawks this weekend. I'm not even going to ask you if y'all going to win. How much are y'all going to win by?
Probably 4. Probably win by 4. Seattle probably in the game having a drive and get a touchdown. Defense gets a stop. Yeah, that's probably how it's going to go. And we'll just cap off unarguably the greatest NFL season of all time, regular season.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Hey man, I hate it, but like the 49ers, most organizations and teams on record are saying this, like they're a big boy organization. Most organizations would have crumbled under 2 of the things that I named. The 49ers had a list.
I mean, like you said, wide receiver drama. I mean, Pearsall's been hurt too. Brock Purdy been out. He's come back and still threw 23 touchdowns. Bosa, arguably one of the best defensive ends in the league, out. Warner, top linebacker in the league, out. Mykel Williams, number 1 draft pick for us, out. We've just found ways to make it shake. You know what I'm saying? Backup linebackers out too. Just this is a Kyle Shanahan win, lose, and draw. This is a Kyle Shanahan feather in his cap. You know what I'm saying? Like this just reaffirms that he's one of the best coaches / play callers in the league, period. You know what I'm saying? He still has to get it done, though. He still has to get that chip. I'm hoping this is not like his Andy Reid era where, maybe you get there and you lose a couple times and you got to go to a different org to win it. I'm hoping he can get one in San Francisco. But, yeah, this is a magical season. As a fan, this has been a magical season for me. One of my probably most favorite seasons since we had Cap, to be honest with you. Like, expectations extremely low and week after week, dog fights. You know what I'm saying? Dog fights. And 49ers found a way to win.
Yeah, man. Not to be too much on the 49ers, but the Seahawks are having a great season too now. Sam Darnold looking like he's still the man. JSN's been going crazy, and they got a pretty strong defense as well. So Bryce, me and T-Shirt know I love the 49ers, but should we pump the brakes here? And Seattle is technically in the number one spot as we speak.
Seattle is the number one spot, and I've been on the record saying I do not believe in late season Sam Darnold. So I think that's the number one thing that the 49ers got going for them right now in this game. But you mentioned JSN. That's a bad boy right there, and I listen to these interviews around the league, these locker room interviews, and your boy Lenore, talking kind of crazy, bro. He might have woke up the beast that is JSN, dog. And that's the matchup I really can't wait to see. He talking about, I want to shadow him all game. I want it to be man to man all game. Like, all right, bro, careful what you wish for, big bro. All right, you gonna end up getting that smoke. We gonna see if you really built for it. So I'm excited to watch that matchup. Seahawks are at home, correct?
Nah, I think San Fran is.
San Fran's at home.
Yeah, I think we beat them in Seattle earlier this season.
Man, I think I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I'm probably gonna regret this pick because we gonna get ugly Sam Darnold. But I like the matchup because I feel like from a coaching perspective, it's strength on strength. Obviously, Kyle Shanahan is arguably the best offensive mind of the era. And I think Mike McDaniel is arguably the best defensive mind of the era. So I'm excited to see strength on strength with that. Give me the Seahawks in a field goal game. I think it's going to come down to the last possession for sure.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Well, Brock Purdy coming off that last performance, man, I just feel like the 49ers, they're on a roll right now. CMC has been going crazy too. They're going to be tough to stop.
I mean, JSN killed us last time. I mean, he went for about 120. But he didn't kill Lenore. And that's why Lenore's asking to shade him. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of work in the slot against a rookie early in the season. And I don't think our slot guy can really cover him now. But the only thing that gives me pause here is the first time we played them, we had everybody. Bosa, Pearsall, Kittle, everybody's healthy. Warner had 8 tackles. Bosa had 6 in the sack. We can't pass rush. And he had 120. JSN might go for 300 this week.
Careful what you wish for, Lenore.
We can't pass rush. But I take my man Lenore on JSN, you know what I'm saying, versus the other guy. So
why give him that bullet board material though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you try?
He been doing that all season. He been talking crazy to every.
You've been on. I respect.
Nah, and T, you just touched on it, man. The lack of a pass rush is going to be the 49ers kryptonite, even when they get in the playoffs. Because to Bryce's earlier point, Sam Darnold late season, let's say Bosa was out there, it'd be the 49ers question. Like, Sam Darnold crumbles under pressure. We all know that. But yeah, the 49ers are definitely lacking right there right now. So that might be the one weakness, the kryptonite, so to speak, for San Fran.
49ers have to average 40 to make a run because we can't stop anybody. Can't stop anybody. You saw what the Bears did to us. You know what I'm saying? The defense just ain't there. So, yeah.
Well, getting that number one seed, getting the bye week, and getting home field throughout will go a long way in helping San Fran's cause.
I don't think so. I think we need to keep playing.
I'll say another thing to watch in this game, bro, is are the 49ers able to stop the run? Because, man, Charbonnet looking like he's not giving that spot back to Kenneth Walker. All right. And 49ers are going to stop the run because once Darnold get in his bag with the play action pass to JSN, it can get ugly. So that's another matchup I'm really going to be looking at. Backup linebackers for San Francisco, right? Injury riddled linebacking core. Interior defensive line has been hurt by injuries as well. I'm really going to be watching Charbonnet versus that front seven.
Yeah,
well, that quickly leads me to my next point, though. Neither one of you guys seem too sold on the Seattle or San Fran as the number one seed moving forward in the playoffs. But looking at the entire picture, who in the NFC would you guys say is going to make it?
I actually like all of the NFC West teams. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you want to match up against any of them. But I actually like Seattle. You know what I'm saying? it's a division game, and division games can go either way. So they might mess around and blow us out for all I know. But I actually like Seattle. They probably have the second best defense in the league if you had to ask me. They're right behind Houston. They're just tough to score on. They got guys at every level. And like you said, offensively, man, they got a competent quarterback, 13 wins 2 years in a row, which is crazy. 2 running backs, and both of them want to be the lead dog. So chips on shoulders. That's always a great motivator. Tight end starting to emerge, and they got probably the best receiver in the league. So, I mean, other than the name of Seattle, I don't know why you wouldn't, like Seattle. I don't really.
I would say it all comes down to Sam Darnold. I was a big Sam Darnold guy. And it's what Sam Darnold does in the playoffs will determine, because you're absolutely right, T. They check all the boxes. If Sam Darnold can hold it together and not crumble, Seattle will likely be in the Super Bowl.
This the problem we have with that. You got Sam Darnold versus Caleb Wilson. Caleb Williams. Like,
the Bears defense is honestly really bad, though. I don't like teams with bad defense in the playoffs.
There's only two probably elite quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Stafford and Purdy. The rest of the guys, you don't like Jordan Love.
I don't think Purdy's elite, but I'll let you live with that.
I
get he's coming off an elite game, but we've seen Darnold have elite games this season.
Him and Stafford are the only guys that's been to the Super Bowl.
Touche. Yeah. Well, Hurts has won one. So I guess I can't. And if you want to call Purdy elite for going to one, but Hurts has won one, I don't know how you keep him out. But last season, I thought that, and I thought this is just a fact. The Rams were about game of inches, right? The Rams were a couple of inches away from beating the Eagles in that NFC Championship game. I'm sorry, no, in the game before the NFC Championship game, the snow game. Remember, it snowed all crazy out in Philly. The Rams had a last-second drive, and they ran an out route, and bruh caught it, but the foot was out of bounds. Something silly happened, bruh. I think it was Puka, actually. A similar play to what just happened. Something like that, where, almost caught it. Maybe it's Cooper Kupp on the sideline, dropped the ball. Looked like the Rams had Philly reeling and could have won the game easily, right? And from that moment, I was like, damn, bro, the Rams are really, really fucking good, because Philly was running through everybody that year. Last year, Philly was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Rams have followed up this season looking like that same team that I saw last year that I was like, man, they were a play away from beating Philly and really changing the landscape of that playoffs. It's hard for me to unsee that from last season. I feel like Matt Stafford's still in his bag. And then they added Devontae Adams, which obviously he didn't play this game. I think he's coming back for the playoffs. Bruh, that's hard to beat when you got Devontae and Puka with an elite quarterback like Stafford, dog. I think it's the Rams' year to make it to the Super Bowl. I don't think they win it. But I think they're going to be the team to represent NFC.
So it's definitely looking like the NFC West is going to be representing, according to us here at Gas. But let's keep that pushing to the NFC, because Bryce, you just said you like the Rams to get there, but you don't like them to win it, and that would mean that somebody in the AFC has caught your eye, so to speak.
Yeah, and there's a couple teams that I like in the AFC, if I'm being honest. I can't unsee the Texans and what they got going on right now, bro.
Yeah, you still on my pick.
Oh, my bad, dog.
Go ahead.
And like, Rome, you said it earlier, you don't trust bad defenses. Well, I love great defenses. All right. And man, that defense, it seemed like every player is a superstar, bro. Like, and they not even the young ones aren't considered superstars yet. When I look at a Kamari Lassiter, to me, bruh, he might be a top 5 corner in the league. Instinctively, we already think is 1 or 2, but bro, I ain't never seen Kamari Lassiter hits like a safety.
Yeah,
runs like a receiver. Got crazy hands. Like, bruh, I'm looking at him like, dude, are you the best corner on this team? Some games, like, I get this, Derek Stingley's the guy, but damn, that's just a hell of a corner duo. Those pass rushers, bruh. Y'all know Daniil Hunter been my man, but now Anderson starting to look like what he got drafted to look like. Al Shair. You know, some people don't like that. He plays with a little edge sometimes, but my man, bring it every game. And then you got, I call Mike McDaniel best defensive mind of the era. Maybe it might be D'Amico Ryans, all right, because he's leading the best defense I've seen this season. So I really like the Texans as an underdog pick to come out of the AFC.
Yeah, nah, I agree. Like I said, you still in my pick right there. That Texans defense goes crazy. D'Amico Ryan, he's got every player out there playing like they got a chip on their shoulder. Like Lassiter, like to your point, he plays like he's got something to prove every play, bruh. And it's not just him; it's the whole deep. Our guy Tim Settle, former commander, right from up the street from me out here in VA, man. Like everybody on that squad plays like they got something to prove, or like they've been disrespected, and that's how you got to play defense at a high level, bro. So I love what Houston's got. I think they win this weekend. I think they end up winning that division. I think they need Jacksonville to lose too, but even if they don't win the division, Houston is not the team that you want to face in the AFC right now at all. T Boogie, man, I'm gonna throw this last one to you. You started the show with it. Pat Mahomes is gone. It's over. The dynasty's dead. So you got your parity, but who's coming out the AFC?
Y'all watch Game of Thrones, right? It's only so long. It's only so long before the Targaryens can reign again. All right. Drake is a Targaryen. The throne is going back to New England. All right. And I love the Texans defense. I mean, Al Shair, 49ers, D'Amico, that's 49ers. So to me, that's like little 49ers West Coast. I mean, 49ers AFC. But Drake May, and I'm big on this. Y'all know I'm big on this. Bro, he looks like he's having fun out there. Jackson Dart, too. Something similar. But that team, they wasn't supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't supposed to be this good. I thought Drake May was getting drafted in the football purgatory, and he came out there, man. He's throwing the guys. He's revived Diggs. He's revived Keyshawn Booty. He's got the team looking, you know what I'm saying? He's got two running backs, another situation where both guys want to be the lead dog. And the Patriots just know how to win. That's the staff has been there before. That staff's been through the playoffs. Even if Drake May hasn't, the leadership has. And I think that means a lot. So for my money, I think New England goes in there and beats them guys, man. Might see a New England Texans style matchup, in the AFC Championship, but I think New England comes out.
Hey, Brian, you said a couple weeks ago you guaranteed the Patriots would lose their first round matchup.
I did, but
you guaranteed it. Boy, a couple weeks can change a lot, boy.
That's real life. That's real life, man. Inspire football, and that's why football is the greatest sport, man. Because inspire football can change your heart. And the Patriots
guaranteed it.
Yeah, he's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
Patriots play inspire football. It's like, and I'm a guy that's traditionally I came up watching NFC games on Fox. AFC was kind of CBS, so the AFC games have always been kind of boring to me. But New England plays a brand of football that I like, scoring points, man. They're gonna score some points and they're gonna play some defense. But they might have made your man Aaron Glenn, they might have ended him.
Hey, let me ask you this though, T, because since you're so high on the Patriots right now, does the recent Stefon Diggs news with him strangling the chef and all that, does that give you any cause to pause on the Patriots?
No, that's more passion, man. It takes, bro. You know how much passion you gotta have to choke your chef. You know how much emotion.
Crazy work.
You know what I'm saying? Then come to find out, the chef has a BBL. I said, oh yeah, this is a Super Bowl season for Diggs.
BBL chef is crazy,
bro. You got all these babies. You done knocked up the biggest rapper. You getting locked up, bro. This is the Patriots. Last time the Patriots had a player going this crazy, they was a dynasty. All right.
I just my whole thing with the chef, man. Where was Cardi? Where was Cardi when the chef needed to get choked out? Because she would have handled that. She must have still been pregnant with the baby or something. Because
They say Cardi texted like it's not that big of a deal. Like, don't press no charges, man. So that just let me know the chef got good yams. You know what I'm saying?
I say it's hard to how you gonna say, man? Stefon Diggs got millions. This is the biggest deal of this woman's life. Right? She about to sign that deal. Stop playing. But one thing I gotta remind us of, and we're gonna get back to Stefon Diggs for sure. But as good as the Patriots have been, bruh, when you look back, and I'm taking a look at the schedule, man. God damn, they played some cupcakes, bro. Like they got
we can
fat.
schedule it at the NFL.
Man, they got fat off bombs, bro. Obviously, they get the Jets twice. Blew them out last game. But Giants, Bengals, Browns,
Yeah,
Saints,
who is the best team they
Titans.
played? Have
Like
they
these are
beat
the
a
teams
team
they
over
were beating.
500?
Panthers when they were trash early on, like Dolphins. Like I mean, these are the teams they was beating, bro. And yeah, so I don't believe in and still split with the Bills. Like a fluke win, and I hate to call the win fluke. It's not fluke, but y'all know what I'm getting at. That Ravens win was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't dominant. Haven't seen them be this dominant team against anybody that's worth a damn.
Well, all right. So one thing I do like about Texans, like you said, Texans played real teams, and they're probably stronger than the Patriots. But, bro, the Patriots got some oil right now. They're scoring to everybody. They dropped 30-something on the Browns. Like, bro, the Browns got a legendary defense, bro. Patriots went in there and dropped 30 on them. Like, that team can score. And it don't look like they should be able to score that much, but they got some real firepower, bro. They move the ball. So,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Defense wins championships. If it come down to a last drive between May and Stroud, I'm riding with Drake May. CJ Stroud is good, but like his play, he's held the team back. If the Texans aren't as good as they're supposed to be, it's because of the quarterback play. The Patriots are as good as they are because of the quarterback play. So I'm kind of leaning quarterback over defense, but either one of those teams wouldn't surprise me coming out.
Yeah, no, I've loved Drake May since UNC, bro. Like I thought he was going to be a star in the league. I honestly wanted my Commanders to draft him. We took Jaden, so I'll take it. But Drake May is a star, bro. He's a star. There's no question. We'll see, man. You said a couple weeks ago. My bad. Go ahead, Ron.
No, I was going to say we definitely have to circle back on the 2024 draft class because we got Caleb getting into the playoffs this year as well as Drake May. That whole class is going crazy. We know what Jaden did last year, and Bo Nix as well. But right? Broncos looking like the number 1 seed potentially. So I think honestly, in a couple of weeks we'll have to touch on who's really the best in that class. I think it's a solid conversation. And really, where y'all would rank that class amongst other past classes? That might be the best QB class ever.
It got a chance to be, but I got a feeling that this class lets us down in the playoffs. When T came in a couple weeks ago and said that the Patriots are guaranteed to lose their first round matchup, I was kind of low key buying it because at that time I was looking at the schedule like they ain't really beat nobody. And man, if they get a team like their first round matchup might fuck around and beat the Bills, right? Like depending on, I guess the Patriots will finish. Yeah, it might be the Bills, bro, because the Bills might finish the last wild card, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, bro. If that happens, like, and the Bills just beat them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not so much buying the Patriots. I'm buying Drake May, not totally buying the Patriots just yet. We'll see.
Well, one thing I want to point out from this conversation too that's interesting is we got no Lamar, we got no Patrick Mahomes, and nobody's picking Josh Allen, and that says a lot to me. Especially about Josh Allen and how y'all feel about his overall legacy. Because I'm telling you now, if Josh Allen can't get it done with the 2 other big dogs in the AFC out, with the 3 other ones, if you throw Joe Burrow in there, we know T not throwing Joe Burrow in there. But if Josh Allen can't get it done this year,
the Ravens can still make it.
I don't want to hear it.
The Ravens can still make it.
The Ravens can still sneak in. They can still sneak in. They need the Steelers to lose.
They got to beat the Steelers. They play them.
Oh, they play. That's what they got this season.
Yeah, they play the
Lamar
Steelers
playing.
Oh, Huntley.
Oh, they not. It's not Lamar. They already ruled him out.
Yeah, it's Huntley.
Oh, Lamar bullshit, bro. Lamar, we need you in there, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Like it's not Lamar, bro. It's not. It's over.
If it's Huntley, they done. They cooked. Huntley not winning the game.
You don't think
Nah,
so?
so
No, I don't think so. But if Lamar's there, hey, watch out. Ravens winning that game with Lamar. Matter of fact, if Lamar plays and the Ravens win, y'all know my odds better. I'm putting some money on the Ravens to win it all, bro. Straight up.
Well, listen, everything I heard saying is Tyler Huntley. But the Ravens, I think they're playing the cards close to their chest. But I think it's going to be Huntley. And the thing is, when Huntley's in, all they do is run, and that might be what it takes to win.
That's a fact. That whole game plan. Yo, give Lamar the Huntley game plan. Y'all gonna be
wait,
straight.
that will open up so many crazy scenarios though. So if Lamar plays and the Ravens beat the Steelers, I got it because I know we were about to wrap the show up, but now I gotta ask Bryce if Mike Tomlin loses that game, bruh, and they fail to make the playoffs, what does that mean for your boy Mike T?
And not only would it, now he would still have a winning record, right? All right, so he would still have a winning record, but damn, bruh, I feel like Mike Tomlin deserves to be haunted by the ghost of Shador Sanders. I shouldn't say the ghost, but he deserves to be haunted by Shador because, bro, Mike T was supposed to take Shador Sanders in that draft. So for them to lose to the Browns, poetic ending possibly to their season, because like he was supposed to take Shador, bro. And if they would have had Shador right now, man, who knows what we saying about the Steelers, bro? We might be looking at them like a future dynasty. You never know.
I can't imagine the Steelers not making the playoffs right now. That would be devastating. Rodgers going out like that, also, man, that would be.
But if it's
Rodgers
versus Lamar, like who you taking, bro? I'm taking Lamar, bro. Straight up. Like I don't care what it looked like this season. I'm taking Lamar, bro. Like Lamar's getting that done, bro.
If Lamar plays, the Ravens win. If the Ravens get in, man, that makes it very interesting. That would be a game changer.
Especially with a head full of steam, Derrick Henry, bro. Derrick Henry it's about when you play people, right? We all know Derrick Henry in the season is a different beast.
Yeah. I was going to ask you too. Derrick Henry must have moved back up that running back spot for you.
I never took him on my top five. I did not never.
He must have got his way back to that top three.
Hey, bro, I did never root for my top five for a reason, and it's looking like after that last game, that's a Derrick Henry I'm used to seeing, bro. But I've always told y'all, if you give Derrick Henry 25 plus carries, you're going to win the game. Like it's that simple, bro. It's give him 30 carries, you get you a W. It's always been that simple with Derrick Henry, dog. Like I wish I'm gonna pull up on StatMuse and see what Derrick Henry's record when he gets 30 plus carries, because it's got to be great.
Nah, and while you pull that up, man, the last thing I'm in the show with, the last take that was correct that I want to end the show with, the T Boogie take, man. And y'all can't say I'm biased on this joint ever again. My man T Boogie definitely called the demise of my Commanders way back in August. Way back when we traded Brian Robinson, we went on a whole rant about the trade wasn't good. Team's gonna take a step back. So I'm gonna give you your victory lap here. And what would you do to fix the Commanders going into 2026?
We just gotta focus defense, whether that's draft or I think you need another lineman too. That Conley guy's a bum. But really, I focus defense. I mean, you supposedly have a defensive coach. I feel like you have a quarterback that's going to find a way to score. You have a coordinator that's going to find a way to score. Similar to the 49ers, where it doesn't necessarily, which is why paying Terry is kind of crazy, because you would have still found a way to fabricate some points. But when you can't stop anybody, man, it's demoralizing. As a fan, you know what I'm saying? As a player, it's demoralizing when it's 3rd and 1 and you know the team's going to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's 3rd and 5, you know the team's going to get it. It's 3rd and 7, you know they're going to get it. You guys got some names out there of some players that wouldn't be starting anywhere else, man. And I think this is an off season where the emphasis should be good football players, not necessarily guys that have names or super fast or stuff like that sometimes people look for. Get guys that are really good football players. I put in the group chat, 49ers can't keep all these linebackers. But the guys that have stepped in for Fred Warner and D. Winters, those guys are good football players. And they need a payday. If I'm the Commanders, I go grab players from the teams that the Texans, New England, the teams that seem to have a good culture on the defense side of the ball, even if they are backups, but grab some of their emerging guys or guys that are cap casualties, and then have a good draft. You know what I'm saying? Hit on the draft football players, not a guy that all he can do is rush the passer. Just draft good football players and then scheme it up. But I really think that's the biggest issue with the Commanders. Defensive side of the ball, the running back situation will work itself out. Even if you stay by committee, that'll work itself out. You can find a running back anywhere. I like the receivers. Surprisingly, I do like the receivers. But yeah, you got to be able to stop people in this league, man. And when I watch the Commanders, when I hear names like Frankie Louvu, I'm just like, man, this is a joke, man. You guys got a lot. Who's the linebacker? Is it Bobby Wagner? Is it Bobby Wagner?
You know Bobby Wagner. Like when you ask them the question, you know the answer.
All right, man.
Like come on. One thing I like about what you said that I think they should do is they should work on that defense. Do free agency. It's not a bad suggestion. I think you could find some decent players, to your point, that might not be able to stick around on another team due to the cap. They could be a solid piece and really be on the come up. They did that with one guy you just named, and Frankie Louvu, who you also are sideways calling a bum at the same time. But
Bobby Wagner is a position coach at this point in his career. Like, get him off the field. Get him off the field. And that's the problem, man. Stop taking names and take guys that are trying to make a name. And that's what I would do if I was a GM. Bring in guys. What do you want for your future? And if they're talking about, hey, I need to get to the Pro Bowl, I need to be all pro, I'm trying to have a season where I get 150 tackles, come on down. Come on down.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure in the year 2026, T will have more hater takes. They can do everything that T just said. They can listen to this podcast. Hey, Bell, take notes. Adam Peters can take notes on what T just said. Do it, all of it, and T will come back on this podcast and say that was the dumbest mistake. Those were the worst moves I've ever seen. Like, we already know how this is going to go, man. Y'all know how this be.
Did I not say beginning of the year, Chris Rodriguez is better than Jacoby Myers? Or not Jacoby.
Cross the merit, but he's not though. Yeah, Bill been cooking. Bill just coming off 100 yards.
Bill, every time Bill gets nominated for Rookie of the Week, he wins it. But go ahead.
Listen, man. I know what I know, man. Rodriguez is the better back. Bill got some pop when he get out in the open, but he don't always get there. But listen, Commanders will be better next year. They will be better. The problem is the whole division will be better, and that's unfortunate because the Giants are trending in the right.
Will the Eagles be better?
Bro, but Commanders are worse because they didn't have their quarterback, bro.
They are.
If your quarterback only plays 3 healthy games in the NFL, bro, most teams, 49ers not included, most teams can't deal with that. All right? It's just a fact of the game, bro. Like, quarterback out. Look at the Bengals. They didn't have Joe Burrow most of the season. It's a throwaway season, bro. Look at the Chiefs. Like, you're gonna have a throwaway season without your best player at the helm, bro. And it just is what it is. It's unfortunate for the Commanders. And there's other things that we can point to. Right? 'Cause I don't think that defense was good enough to make a deep run this year anyway. But right, you don't have your quarterback, bro. Your quarterback can't stay on the field. Good luck.
Listen. Try your best to get Brandon Ayuk out there. He'll be back healthy. Get guys that can play.
Yeah, you'll be calling that man fat by August, just like you did with Debo, bro. I don't want to hear it. All right, we gave you your moment in the sun, man. You were right about the Commanders. You took a step back. Your 49ers potentially could be number 1 seed, so congrats on that front.
Don't let a team like the Chiefs get Ayuk. Don't let them go to any real quarterback because bro is a dog. He's a dog. He's Debo. I just watched Debo. Slow as hell. He'll make a play, but he's still slow. He's still slow, but he helps, but didn't get you over the hump. And it wasn't a hater take.
No, he didn't. It's not that he didn't get us over the hump. We didn't even have the quarterback to give him the ball, bro. He was getting
it was a hater take. Don't change what you said. You said the man was overweight.
He was.
Like, you said he was overweight and he can't play. Neither one of those things are true.
I watched him drop passes with y'all, and I thought, thank God he's not on my team.
All right, man. Any other New Year's topics? Anything you want to get off of before we head into 2026, man?
You know, this is a tough time in America right now, which is interesting because there's been a lot of tough times in America. So if you're out there and you know, maybe things aren't going the way you wanted them to go, 2026 is a new year. Let it be your year. Keep your head up, remain positive, and push through. You know what I'm saying? It's a few more years of this craziness, but you know, lean on your support system and don't be afraid to ask for help. And you know, other than that, man, wash your hands, wash your ass, stay clean out there.
Yeah, that's a great message right there, T, man. I'm gonna second that, man. Like, always put your best foot forward. Things ain't always gonna be sunshines and roses, man. But like, you know, you gotta keep moving forward. Keep that thing going in 2026. Man, y'all know how we end each and every show. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.